The longest shutdown in American history will finally end today. The President has agreed to our request to open the government and then debate border security, which is great news for 800,000 federal workers and millions of Americans who depend on government services. It reopens the government without preconditions, gives Democrats and Republicans an opportunity to discuss border security without holding hundreds of thousands of American workers hostage. We expect the continuing resolution to clear the Senate and clear the House this afternoon and be signed by the President today. And before I go on, I think on both of us, but we want to thank all the federal workers from the bottom of our hearts. They've worked so selflessly this past month without pay, showing up to do a job they knew was important, but for which they weren't fairly compensated. The workers showed up despite the callous indifference of the administration, who treated them as hostages, who treated them as pawns, who belittled their financial strain. Our dedicated public servants should never, never have to go through this again. We will do everything we can to make sure they won't have to. And this past month has proven just how vital government services are to the American people, whether it's our food safety, our airports, our national parks, our economy, our national security, and so much else. The American people do not like it when you throw a wrench into the lives of government workers over an unrelated political dispute. Working people throughout America empathized with the federal workers.
Where shortly the Senate will send over to the House the paper. I came over to see the original paper, and we'll get it probably in a half an hour. Two resolutions, one to open up government for all of the agencies of government, and one to proceed to conference on the Homeland Security bill. We're pleased that we reached an agreement to reopen government now so that we can have a discussion on how to secure our borders. And I think that we will have a very productive time in a short period of time to come to some conclusion. We're grateful and inspired by the courage and the determination of America's workers. They have shown during this crisis such strong character. But nonetheless, they have to pay the bills when they come due, whether it's a rent check, paying their mortgage, their credit card bills, their car payment, the list goes on. Some of them didn't even have gas money because they didn't have cash or any more line of or credit card ability to put gas in the car to go to work. We thank them and are so glad that, as the President said earlier, as soon as possible or immediately. So I don't know which is faster, but the quickest of the two, they will receive their back pay and the pay that is due today.